businesses fail because they never get to revenue. The faster you can get to your revenue model, we will make sure that there's margins so that you can't fail in your sales. We help people with ideas get them to revenue. All right, welcome to 2025 and a new era of podcasts from 52Launch. I'm Peter.
Dan.
And this is, it's been a while since we've been in the chair. We had a very busy year.
Yes. We'd like to apologize for that too, that we haven't been on sharing our thoughts and insights as we hope to. I think the last time we were on, we promised that we'd be more consistent, but we did have a very, very busy end of the year.
It's hard doing and teaching at the same time. So now that we've been busy doing, now it's time to get busy teaching.
Yes. So today's topic is something that we've had the whole year now to kind of understand and hear our clients' voices, hear our staff's voices, and one of the many of challenges that we have at 52, and I'm quite certain every other company has the same challenges, is that what's very important to us is that we have more than even profitability is having happy clients. I mean, to us, and me particularly, I'm very anal when it comes to appeasing every client that we have, and we do this because it's fun. We do it because we enjoy doing it, and just like playing a major sport, we also get paid to do this, and just like athletes get paid to play sports, and they do it for the fun. Hopefully most of them do it, and that's kind of what we do. But it is paramount that we have happy clients, and today's subject is going to be a lot about how we can improve that this year, and not that we have a ton of unhappy clients, but this is a long journey.
I think it's also expectation setting.
Yep.
Is to hey, maybe sometimes the things that can go wrong do go wrong, but that's why you hire us.
Right.
And that does make people nervous for the first time. Does it make us nervous? No, because we've not done it the first time. We know how to solve problems. But again, I think that's maybe where there's a bit of a lack of expectation or expectation setting.
Yeah. So, what I want to discuss, and again, if you've listened to some of our other podcasts, at 52, we don't do anything at all, nothing, unless we've done it ourselves first. So we don't ask our clients to do anything that we have not done ourselves, because that's just misleading. And we set up a whole separate company called 52 Capital, where we have our own products. The reason we did that wasn't because we wanted to have our own products, in the marketplace. It's that we needed to do that to make sure that what we're doing exactly, translates to what we're asking you to do. So I hope that makes our clients, existing and our future potential clients, comfortable, because again, we're the only company in the entire world that does that. I mean, we don't sell you advertising or ask you to spend money in marketing on something that we already haven't done ourselves, and I don't think there's any other company that
I was going to clarify that just maybe in Gen X terms and what's out there. So in layman's terms, there's companies out there that practice on your dime, and they would trial and error you to death until you go out. We trial and error our own products, and that's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Our own brands, when we tell you what to do, and I think the reason why we're saying this and what this podcast is about is look at social media, online presence is where this is at. It takes a really talented person to do that. It also takes a younger person than our age group, right? And so we don't have a young staff. We have an extremely talented staff that is way more mature than their age is. And so sometimes I think that might be some of it. Do you trust what you're being told by someone on the marketing department who's extremely talented but looks very young?
Right.
And again, I do, because I've used them for our own products.
Right.
So that's what we're looking for is if you trust, that's the biggest thing. If I trust my team, I expect that you guys would. And
right.
I didn't pick these people because they were not experts and just do work. These are people that I give the keys to and say, go get this done.
Right. And again, I happen to manage closely the 52 Capital company, and I am a client of 52Launch. Not only I'm my co-founder of 52Launch, but I'm also a client of 52Launch. So I trust me, I haven't disappointed with my team at certain times when I don't see results that I'm expecting. So I'm in our client's shoes every single day. We have meetings every week for our 52 Capital products. And, and we're always growing that because we want to be in each industry that, our clients are in, because we want to know what works. So I guess what I'm trying to get to is that, and again, you probably have heard this before, you are paying for expert advice. And I don't take that word expert lightly, because we are experts, because we have our own products that we're testing this on. So if it doesn't work, we don't suggest it to our clients. So at the end of the day, we do have products that we spend a little on, products that we spend a little bit more on, and then products that we spend a substantial amount of money every month on advertising. When I say on, we're talking about advertising, paid online advertising.
Well, I think it's in the production as well.
Yeah, also in production, exactly.
Right,
I mean, we use 52Launch's, talented partners to manufacture our own products as well. So I'm at the same factories that, we have our clients' products being manufactured. So, we do it because we want to understand what it's like to be a client.
So I'm going to ask you on this podcast, did I have any knowledge of what we were, you said, let's do a podcast today. I said, what's the topic? When did you tell me?
I said I would take care of it.
Right. So now I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
And I will add to that. And it's 100%. And I think the reason why we're having it right now at the beginning of this year is because as we're growing, it is really hard for us to be in every job. But I know that him and I walk through the ranks here, and we're like, why do we do it this way? And when I see something that isn't the way I would think it should be, the answer has been the client wanted it that way.
Right.
And look at
so you are picking up what I'm
picking up what
you're
putting down.
That's the frustration. So, it goes back to our number one challenge with our current client base. Again, it's not terribly bad, but it could be improved. Is that it takes longer than folks expect it to take. And there's two things that I can say immediately. We are going to be the fastest, of anybody else that you choose, as well as making sure the quality is there. When I say fastest, any other larger company that's coming out with a new product takes 3 years going through research and development and testing and trials. And, they can afford to do that right there. They've got, millions, if not tens of millions of dollars for a budget to do that. Our clients have hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds and thousands, not hundred thousands of dollars. So we're working on, very, very limited funds. So we have to be, and we've talked about this in the past, we have
limited time.
Yeah. Right. So again, we're doing our best to get through the process, but, oh my God, if we could just have our clients listen to us more and we could get there faster. Again, we wouldn't make something we didn't feel we could sell. And we certainly are not going to make something that's not going to sell. But when our clients insist on doing something a certain way, unless they're, a developer or an engineer that brings a great deal of experience and has done manufacturing, then they really should listen to us.
Without naming names, I have a few projects now that I've picked up what you put down.
Don't name any projects.
No. But I'm just saying, when we say that we think it's too big, trust us, right? So when we get a sample and then you find out that it's something that's too big or bigger than you thought it was going to be, that's another round of samples.
Right.
So instead of being at market on time, we are now delayed for an entire 3 to 5 months.
Every time, and again, this comes from experience because I'm just like you out there. I am a client of my own company, and every time I make a change, it adds 6 to 8 weeks. It delays things, and It drives me crazy. I get upset. And
But you're the cause of it.
And at the same time, I now know why. It is my fault. I don't want to admit that, but it is my fault. And we have the same challenge with some of our clients who they make a change and think, oh, it's a simple change, just do that. And it's not that simple. Not at all, because keep in mind that we wouldn't even allow our clients to place a huge production order on the first order. We always talk
Cautious.
about we always talk about crawl, walk, run. We're masters at it. We love it. None of us need to be in a rush to be millionaires. We're gonna, we'll get there eventually with the products that we market for us and for you. But again, we're cautious, as you just said. So,
well, we're cautious because we're responsible. And we don't want to fail anybody.
Right.
And so by being correct and accurate and having a process in place, that's all we have. We have our safeguards in place. That's why we go through the sample process.
Right. But again, getting back to what I was saying, the reason that we're so effective at what we do is because we've got that manufacturing partnerships where we can run small orders and still get very competitive pricing, which, keep in mind, when you have a smaller order, you're not going to be put to the front of the line when you've got, Target putting in an order or some other big, company putting in an order for 100,000, 500,000, million piece order.
That's a good point.
But, that's why when there's a change, we've lost our slot and someone else has replaced that. So that's why it takes another 6 to 8 weeks to get back into the line. So
the manufacturing equipment does not stop working. It works 24/7.
Right.
And
so
you place yourself in line. If you take yourself out of line, you don't know when that next line's available.
Yeah.
I will also tell you something that I couldn't do prior to meeting Dan was get anybody to even talk to me about a production order that was under 50,000 pieces.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's because we have so many smaller orders that equate to a large order that we are taking up some of that downtime that our manufacturers have.
But to your point, I think we actually probably don't overemphasize that. I think, look, we share it as a value add. I mean, we're capable of getting a high run production quality at low quantity and low quantity prices.
Most importantly,
Right. That's most important.
Right. Our manufacturers are willing to take a chance on us because they've seen the success that we've built over the last 10 years, and they know that our clients will put in a second, third, fourth order, and those orders will start to climb.
And so our leverage is exactly that. We've built up the 457 clients that we're putting production orders in, plus the previous clients that we have. But that does not give us the right to yell at them and say, speed this up because we made a change and we're put to the back of the line.
Right.
We have to understand, they're our partners, they're your partners. We are taking the liability by being the manufacturer of record, the importer of record, because that's our job to maintain that relationship and that ability to sometimes move to and grow factory, or sometimes move to a better product development factory. That's where we have that network. But again,
as a business that makes their money on manufacturing, you would think that we want big, huge orders from our clients every single time they ordered a big one. I mean, of course we do,
well,
but we also know that we're trying to launch a brand new product and we need to be cautious because we do it ourselves with our other business. So we're not going to make you do it or ask you to do anything that we already haven't done.
Well, I'll bring this up in our year-end review. In terms of what we offer as a service and what we have as a service price to do that, what was the number one recommendation from the team in terms of what we should do with our pricing for the accelerator program?
No. What we should do with it? Keep it the same?
What did our team tell us that we should do based on the value that they're providing? What should our accelerator price be based on the team?
Oh, it's $75,000 to $100,000.
Right. And what did we say?
We can't go up on our prices. We're already too high.
Well, so that's the mentality that we're dealing with. Not in terms of the team. They're absolutely right. What other people do what we do would be that exact number.
Right.
$75,000 to $100,000. But then we wouldn't have the ability to talk to everybody.
Right.
Right. We are attainable, reachable by almost everybody. Sometimes with somebody helping you. Sometimes with what you have in your savings. So everybody's dream is now possible, and that's why we are so steadfast on not doing that. But in return for that, we have to be efficient in our process, which means I need you guys to listen to what Dan's saying, and what I'm asking you guys to do is trust our team. We're willing to live and die by the sword. If they did something that, doesn't work out, they'll fix it. That's it.
Right.
Right. And so trust them and listen to their advice, because that's really what you're paying us for.
I mean, that's the most important thing out of today's lesson, is that, you are paying us because we've done this so many times, and we've done it with our own products, and we're not going to lead you down the wrong path. But at the same time, it's your money, and you get to make the final decision. We keep telling everybody that you guys are all the CEOs of your business, or soon to be a CEO of your own business if you haven't hired us yet, and you make the final decision. However, unless you've got experience in these situations, it's best to let us help you make those decisions.
So let's pull a curtain back a little bit more and say this starts from the top, right? The minute a phone call comes in, Norm and Aaron are probably the first two people you're going to talk to, and they're going to help evaluate your product. The idea, if the idea sucks, we don't want to. It's not. Let me rephrase that. I want to make sure that if you're putting an idea forward and you're investing your money, that the idea is going to give you the ability to return on that investment and continually be an annuity, right? So we don't have salespeople. I have consultants that will make sure that that idea passes the quality or the market test, and their resources to the two of them is they're going to listen to the idea, then they're going to go to the team, and they're going to talk to both sides. Production, can we make this? The answer is yes, we move forward. They go to the marketing team. Can this be sold? What can be sold for? Those are the things that we do, and we do an analysis. Then we'll have a second call, and we'll go from that point. But this is such an interactive team that nothing gets into our system that we can't do or don't feel that we're comfortable making, and that itself is why we can do it at the speed that we do it at.
Right.
Right. So it can't take every idea. I mean, if you're asking us to make, I don't know, something that no one's ever made before, you have to prove to us that it can be made. Here's the value proposition. Here's the function. There's a lot of variables that go into that part, but the reason why we can be confident and live and die by the sword of can we make it and how we're going to manufacture it to sell and how we're going to market it to go out to the market, you got to put all your faith in our team.
Yep, that's exactly it.
All right.
We could continue to talk about this. I think we've made our point.
Yeah.
It's extremely important to.
So that's the ask for 2025.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, because we want to speed up the process.
It's a major goal.
Not for us, but for our clients, because I feel that we're all impatient. We all want to once you write the check, you want to have results as quickly as you can.
Well, the education process. So let's say that not you making decisions. Let's say the team was allowed to make the decisions and put a product to market out there. How fast could we get through the process?
If we were making all the decisions?
If you weren't involved in any decision that we said, here's the goal for the team, go and do it, get it done, let's get to market.
You're probably talking product in hand, ready to manufacture, 6 months.
Okay. So we're at 8 months or longer because because of opinions, right?
Yes.
So too many people, too many chiefs, not enough cooks. So all I'm saying is that that's the goal for 2025. We're going to help you guys get to the product faster. And the biggest reason why it's not the upfront investment, it's not the $37,000, it's not the number to put, $20,000 in tooling and then another $50,000 in inventory and marketing dollars. It's so that you can get to revenue quicker. Businesses fail because they never get to revenue. The faster you can get to your revenue model, we will make sure that there's margins so that you can't fail in your sales. We have to get volume in sales, but the faster we can get to the revenue part is where the magic happens.
Which goes back to we don't need to put a 10,000, 25,000 piece production order in.
Let's make more when we start
selling. Let's put a smaller order in, and if there's a couple changes that we want to make to the second round of product, which is called version 2, and then on from there. That's the reason that you make a change. That's why there's always the famous words on all packaging is new and improved.
Yeah.
So that is why you do that. So if you're putting in if you plan on putting in a 25,000 piece order, we'd really have to sit down and figure if that's the smartest thing to do. And if we find out that it is, and that you're fully funded for that, and that we've got an unbelievable product that has the need immediately, then. It might take a little bit longer because we want to make sure that we've got all the value propositions built into the product.
We want to be certain that again the goal is also to be able to sell through that product within the first 6 to 12 months.
12 months exactly.
And so if you're putting in that size of production order, you're right. That statement is really that takes a bigger plan and a lot
Yeah.
more money and a lot more places to go and show your product to. So
And I'll just give you one little bit of advice, and you can actually start looking for it now. We're launching a brand new product called Shoot 21. It's a backyard game. It's really actually also
CHUTE 21.com.
Yeah. Shoot, like a laundry chute 21, and amazing product. It's going to remind you a little bit of cornhole, but elevated. Something that is very light, easy to move.
We'll put the link to the website.
Go inside, play it outside. Point is that we're launching a product that we feel is going to be a really, really successful one. And how many pieces did we order, Pete? 2,100 pieces.
Yeah, 2,100
so
pieces.
we're practicing exactly what we're preaching here. We put an order in for 2,100 pieces. We have a retailer who wants to carry it, which is very unusual before you start selling online to get a retailer. But again, it took us 8 months, 9 months to get through the process with our own product. So we made some changes. We've got a game that lights up at nighttime. That's something that we didn't necessarily need, but because I was the client and I wanted my way, I acquiesced to myself.
That's a good point, right?
But again,
So let's say the light that you wanted on the first round didn't work. Right? That delayed us. Now, I would have recommended scrap the light. Let's get the sales quickly, right? What happens in other scenarios? Like, sometimes when we add too many, but wait, there's mores. We don't need those. Like every client that we have has a very unique value proposition, a very identifiable product in the market. And so that's where I like that. But wait, there's more because it is cool.
Look it was the wrong decision to make.
Well,
okay, but I'm just sharing that with you because I am telling you that we're humans and we have emotions. We're just like, I'm just like our clients are. I'm just like potentially you. I could probably am worse because I've been doing this too long. But at the same time, I should have listened to myself, and I would have honestly. Here's the perfect example. If I listened to my team, who's basically Pete and a few other people. Let's just come out with the daytime version. Let's not worry about the nighttime version. We would have been in market for Christmas, and I'm quite certain we would have sold out of our products. But I wanted the lights. So there's a perfect example of not getting to revenue. I could have gotten to revenue faster, or we could have gotten to revenue faster with 52 Capital on this product.
We could have added the lights on the next one.
We could have added lights on the next one. But again, I'm making the mistake that I'm telling you guys not to make. But
I will also give you credit where credit's due. You spent extra money, or again, 52 Capital spent extra money to import 200 of these early before the other ones get off a container.
Exactly. Yeah, right? We did airship 200 pieces over. But
so is that a profitable proposition on 200? No, it's not. What is it? What did it help? It
gets products in the people's hands.
Right.
Using
it gets
the game
pump primed a little bit.
Exactly.
So again, these are things that we want to make sure you guys are aware of because it's not just starting a new product. You're starting a new business.
It's starting a new business that it's not going to be profitable from the day one. It's just not unless magically it goes viral.
That need
but
to happen.
Yeah,
that you have to do. So again, we're going to have more podcasts of this. I think it's not just going to be Dan and I going forward, but the series of this 2025 podcast is going to be about business development, how you guys go from inventors to now that we can get you on the launch pad. We really want to help you turn into business, make better business decisions.
Correct, and we're always available to talk about business, decisions and just about business itself. I mean, I've run businesses for better part of my whole life essentially. So, but anyway, go check out Shoot 21 just so you can see the product.
Well, we'll put some promo code on here, Alex, so that
do that, Alex.
Could get 20% off.
Yeah, do that.
You say that you came from the podcast or something like that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
But again, I we're selfishly pitching our product. That's not my intent.
Teaching you. I was teaching you how it works. So when you hire us, you also anytime you do.
But I just want people to go see the product that our new product that we're launching, and it did take 9 months to launch. I've made a few mistakes on our own product, as far as I should have gotten it to market sooner. But that's why I'm sharing it with you, is because it's it's new and you'll see it, and Again, we're going to be spending advertising dollars. We're sending a ton of them out to influencers. We've sent samples out to retailers. We're doing all the things that we're going to do for you, and then we ask you to
So
help.
when you're about to launch, you can ask any of our teammates, show me the 52, show me the Shoot 21 plan.
Yep.
And we'll explain how that did, and we'll have results for you to see how it worked and where it goes.
Where we spent our money and,
Yep.
and how quickly we got sales and all these things. And we're going to continue to do that throughout.
We have a few more products like that as well.
yeah.
But Shoot 21 is, I think, the one that is most generalized to like what our clients do on a regular basis.
Exactly.
It's not a specific niche market.
Awesome. All right,
Great.
guys. Happy New Year to all of you.
Yeah.
Again, we appreciate our current followers. We did have a very fun, exciting year. This year is, we plan on, doing a whole lot more. We're excited.
Well, look at if anybody out there is in the position to look at us and take a chance and get their product to market, I can assure you our motto right now is we outwork everyone. And I want you guys to outwork everyone as well to bring this product to market.